What's going on, everyone, and welcome to Movie Emporium's movie review of the new Netflix original movie, Tragic Jungle. This movie is directed by Yulene Olaizola. If you like this channel, awesome, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium, hit that notification bell at the top to find out what's coming next. If you like this video, awesome, hit that like button as well as commenting below any video you watch, including this one. So this story of Tragic Jungle is a very interesting, kind of hard to explain type movie. It's about a young woman who tries to escape arranged marriage. She ends up getting involved with these chicolate gum choppers. You know, chicolate is of course another word for gum, who they basically chop the tree to get the gum, to make gum that, you know, the stuff we chew. And in the process of everything, because it's a movie about them being in the jungles of Belize in the turn of the century, we see a group of men starting to succumb under the kind of beautiful nature of this woman. Is this woman who she really is? Is there something more going on in the jungles? Like I said, dealing with the mysticism like that. And it shows that of the desires and the natures of men, as well as the unforgivable nature of men in a place that not necessarily they should be in, that is truly a very inhospitable place. And therefore these men and so on and so forth start seeing the kind of nature of what actually happens when you're out of your elements and stuff like that. And that's the same thing with being around a woman and stuff like that, or being around somebody else, you know, that you're not used to being around. It changes your mentality and your thought of being and stuff like that. So the way you look and the way you perceive things is kind of thrown out of balance. And we see it as this movie plays along with how they treat each other. And they try to make this woman, because she's a woman, try to heal this guy. And there's a lot of interesting concepts and theories being presented out of this story, but is it something that truly makes sense? Well, that in the end is going to be up to you and how you perceive this movie, because I'm going to say right now, I'm not entirely on board what this movie was trying to do, which is trying to show off the desires and so on and so forth. But I also think it's a movie that really has some interesting ideas and ideologies and concepts that the director really wanted to present. And I think as a storytelling element, though it is not 100% fully realized, it really shows some really interesting landscapes and some interesting ideas and, you know, representations. You know, when we see the gentleman around the woman and how they stare off at her from the distance and how she kind of pulls them into her and stuff like that. We see, like I said, this gentleman is trying to bring this woman back, and how he is very much, you know, thrust into this adventure to try and get him back, but it's very hard because of the way the jungle plays out and the fact a lot of these jungles and stuff like that are not fully scavenged or fully explored. So there's a lot of points where we see a lot of wild animals and stuff like that, and we see, like, for instance, someone dies and a jaguar gets a hold of the person and starts eating them. It shows you how different and non-relatable this situation can be. So that's my feeling of what the movie is. It's a movie that, like I said, that I'm not entirely on board, just because some of the concepts are so out there and they're so muffled and kind of convoluted that it entirely doesn't kind of want to give you everything, and it tries to really make you think too much and too hard on the situation, to the point where it can be a little confusing and a little unjustified with what it's trying to do. Like I said, when you look at the world itself, when you see the beautiful vistas and the landscapes, and you have the musical score really feels like something that, you know, gives off a very eerie and very contemporary feel, a very like you're in a weird kind of, you know, wondrous place, but it's also dangerous and affecting and can kill you at the first sight of, you know, you kind of make a mistake. It does do a really nice job in that effective nature of what it's trying to do. So overall, I think to leave it here, I think the acting is pretty good. I think it feels very raw and emotional. I think some of the characters do hamper the film down a little bit, but I think what the director is trying to do is give a little bit of nuance and give a little bit of uniqueness to it that really does help it. But like I said, some of the characters don't work, and the cinematography and music just really kind of elevates this movie. But with that said, it doesn't help the movie in a lot of aspects when you get to like the storytelling, which doesn't feel like it's actual story. It just feels like it's some interesting setups with some interesting ideas, with some interesting narration. But like I said, you know, it is a film that is going to be divisive when a lot of people start watching it, because a lot of the concepts and ideas and narrations will be a little confusing to people, but there will be some people that get it more than others. So it's gonna be interesting to see what people think of this film in the end when it officially comes out on June 9th. So but anyways, that'll do it. That'll be my take on this film, Tragic Jungle. Thank you so much for watching. If you decided to watch this film, film. Let me know what you think of the film. What's your overall opinion? Do you think this is a film that has a lot of interesting concepts? Does it have no interesting concepts? All that good stuff. But otherwise, let me know. Anyways, if you like what you see on this channel, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell at the top to find what's coming in next. If you like this video, awesome. Hit that like button. And as always, we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.